Again for joining us in this digital marketing workshop today. Everyone in this room has seen me speak before, but really the whole reason we do this bi-monthly, twice a month. This is our fifth workshop that we've been doing on different topics, is really to empower you all and show you some digital marketing strategies to increase your personal brand, your business, and drive more business and revenue to you through video marketing, through digital marketing, through all of these different platforms. I really like to think about this as an open think tank workshop. We're going to continue to do these bi-monthly as long as I can, as long as I have something to talk about for free. They might turn into a more paid intensive version later on, but what we're doing right now is entirely free. So tell your friends, tell your colleagues, business partners, anyone that you feel can benefit from this information. I want to continue to grow it. What I'm talking about today, LinkedIn and backlinks, are both suggestions from people in here. So if there's a particular topic that you want to learn more about and how it's beneficial to you in the digital landscape, let me know after, or in the Q&A we can have a private conversation or something like that. I'd be happy to cover that topic for you. So a little bit about what I'm going to be covering today is how to optimize your LinkedIn profile. Hi, Jim. Ideas for LinkedIn native video. So this is a pretty new feature on LinkedIn, the ability to upload video onto there. How to use LinkedIn, a couple specific strategies to drive new business and make new connections online. An overview of backlinks to your website, the different types, and backlink strategies for how to get them to your website so you can boost your page results online in search engines, in Google, Bing, etc. So my name is Austin Armstrong. Pretty much everyone knows me in this room, but just to say it again, I've been doing this for about 13 years in some respect or not. Started back on the MySpace platform and have really been doing it ever since. I've been with this company, Therapy Cable, for a little over 4 years now as a video marketing strategist, project manager, business development. Started as an intern and just moved my way up and continue doing what I do. We've produced over 700 videos for different clients. We work a lot with addiction treatment centers, mental health facilities, psychologists, individual therapists. Several people in this room have actually done videos with us in the past. And both Franz and I have done quite a bit of event coverage, and we've done some music videos as well. So our founder, Dr. Ihsan Garajidagi, a California licensed clinical psychologist with specialties in couples and sex therapy, substance abuse, addiction, trauma, youth concerns, and he has founded so many different companies and been a part of so many different companies, colleges and whatnot. Very accomplished man. He founded Therapy Cable back in 2013 with the vision that video marketing is the future of online connectedness and will be an asset to helping the healthcare industry grow by directly communicating and answering questions that people have. So we started filming different professionals, psychologists, therapists, addiction treatment centers, whatnot, and indexing all these videos in different categories to help answer struggling individuals and connect them with that next step if they'd like. So jumping right into LinkedIn, before I get into this stuff, who has a LinkedIn account? Everyone. Okay. Who's actively using it almost every day? Good. So yeah, I think LinkedIn is a very underutilized platform. I think a lot of people think about it and use it as just a digital resume for themselves, but it's so much more than that, and there's so much opportunity, especially if you're business to business, or if you're trying to target a specific person that is employed by a company or an employer itself. But yeah, the mission statement of LinkedIn is simple: to connect the world's professionals to make them more productive and successful. And this is taken from the About Us page on LinkedIn.com.
the world's largest professional network with more than 546 million users in more than 200 countries and territories worldwide. It was recently acquired by Microsoft, and they've been doing a ton of new changes on there. This platform it continues to excite me, and I've been using it a lot more, particularly because the most recent Facebook algorithm change, I've brought it up a little bit. Pages in general, the reach has gone significantly down. I'm actually seeing a lot more reach on LinkedIn posts than Facebook right now, depending on what we're posting. So there's so much opportunity there. So how to optimize your profile. So there's a lot of things to pay attention to here. First and foremost is your profile photo. So what I don't recommend is snapping a quick selfie in the background or in the bathroom in front of a mirror or something like that. LinkedIn is a professional network. Your profile picture is the first thing they see in addition to your job title. So if you're reaching out to a prospective client or a new business or something like that, it's very important to have a professional photo that showcases yourself. I tried to, make it a little engaging. Next is the short description under your profile. Another thing that I really want to drill into everyone's mind throughout everything that you do in digital marketing is keywords, keyword research. Everything that you're found for online and creating content around is around keywords. So anything you want to be found for, try and incorporate those keywords throughout everything you do, through SEO, through video SEO, through YouTube, through Facebook, through LinkedIn. So including...
and that includes phrases too, right?
Yeah, phrases, specific terminologies that you want to be found for. So, I have video marketing, digital marketing, social media, addiction treatment, healthcare industry, because that's what I want to be found for. So this is very limited in space. So you want to incorporate what you want to be found for, basically what you do, and a little bit about yourself. Next over here in the Experience tab, again, it's all keyword optimized. I'm a project manager and video marketing specialist. That's what I want to be found for. That's what, when I connect with people, that's the first thing that I want them to see, that I have experience in this. It's also a great way to include keywords in the jobs that you list on there. List all of your experience, all of the positions that you have, all of the places that you've worked for that you don't mind being known for, unless it was a bad experience, and then maybe leave that out. But another good tip that I've learned recently, was told to me and that I've read online, is not to include your day-to-day tasks, but what you've achieved while working there. So if you're a salesperson, for instance, don't list on there, I make 100 phone calls every single day. Instead, maybe list I've grown X business, I've brought in X $1,000 to my business since I've been working there, because that showcases that you are able to drive results. So continuing on here, so the skills section is very important as well. These are endorsements that people that you've worked with or have some experience with kind of upvote you to showcase that you have expertise in these particular skills. So you add these yourself, and then people can upvote them, and it's broken down into industry knowledge, tools and technology, interpersonal skills, and other unrelated skills. What I'd recommend to increase and grow this is people that you're connected with on LinkedIn. Go to their profile and upvote them, upvote their skills. They will get a notification about that, and then sometimes they'll say thank you for that, and then you can respond to that thank you by saying, yeah, absolutely, I'd also appreciate reciprocation on there, and you should get some upvotes that way as well. And with that being said, if we are or are not connected on LinkedIn, I would love to reciprocate with all of you on skills. And then the recommendations section. These are basically testimonials about yourself. These are a little hard to get, but they're great if you can. I have two. I'm very fortunate to have them about work experience that I've done in the past. These are great statements if you're, maybe you're looking to get hired through LinkedIn, or maybe you're just looking to connect with new business professionals. If someone comes to your profile and they see, two great recommendations from other people, it just elevates you that much more. And LinkedIn native video, so this is a pretty new feature. So in August in 2017, LinkedIn native video was released to everyone on the platform. This gives you the ability to upload videos up to 10 minutes in length. I'm sure that'll be extended in the future, but at this time it supports 10 minutes at up to 4K resolution to your accounts to post. After you post a video, you can see audience insights such as top companies that have viewed the video, the titles of the employee, locations of your viewers, where throughout the country or throughout the world the people have watched, as well as how many views, likes, and comments your videos are receiving. This is another great feature that I love about LinkedIn. All of the posts, you can see the analytics on how many people it's reached, how many people you've liked, and who has liked them, and the industry that they're in. How you would upload a video is right from the home page, where you can share articles, photos, links, etc. You can now upload video through clicking on this icon, and then find a file and directly upload it onto that.
What's written in there? I can't quite make it out.
Down here it just says...
In the red box.
Oh, it's just an icon of a camera.
Just an icon of a camera. Okay.
Yeah. It's so yeah. Write an article, images, and a little camera icon, depending what type of content you want to upload onto LinkedIn.
So they really want you to upload the original file,
Yeah.
as opposed to put in a YouTube URL.
Yeah. So really, every social media channel wants native content. Specific content for their platform. You can, of course, share a YouTube link. It's not going to reach as many people because the algorithms for all of their platforms want content specifically for their platform. So here's 6 ideas how to use video to engage with people online. So based on LinkedIn's mission statement of to connect the world's professionals, to make them more productive and successful, you should create content around this. Create professional content that people in your network would be interested in. So showcase your expertise and personality. Really emphasizing personality here. This goes so far to increase engagement and connectedness on the platform. Talk about what you know. Talk about your industry. What excites you? And you'll also, in return, excite the individual. It'll increase the watch time on that. It'll stir comments and engagement, which is what you really want. Create a breakdown video of all the services or products you offer. This is another great video in general that you can create and upload across multiple platforms, Facebook, YouTube. If it's really short, under a minute, you can upload it onto Instagram. But I'd suggest, if you have the time and the ability to do this, to kind of reproduce and create these videos for the individual platforms, and you'll see a lot more success that way. Just this week, I created a short informational video about this event, and I just said, "Hey LinkedIn, how are you? I'm doing this upcoming event, blah, 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 blah." If you throw in that just little intro at the beginning, it personalizes it for the platform, and you're going to get a lot more engagement that way. And it can really be the same content. You're just changing out that intro part, hi YouTube, hi Facebook, hi Instagram, and then from there, talk about the same thing, and it's a quick little hack to increase the engagement. Create an intro video to a blog article and link to the blog article. So this is a great way to drive traffic to your website or landing page. from whatever platform. Again, you can do this on any platform, but talking about LinkedIn here. So if you just wrote an awesome blog article or created a great landing page that you want to drive people to, you can create a short overview video about what they will learn, what they'll accomplish from reading your article. You can even just read like the opening paragraph maybe, or whatever your page is about, and then in the description of that, link to the article itself, and it's a great way to drive a ton of traffic over. Create an open dialogue by asking others their opinions on a particular topic. This is a great live stream strategy as well. At this time, LinkedIn does not support live stream, but I'm pretty positive they're going to include it in the near future. But yeah, asking potential clients, future business, what their opinion is a great way to create another level of transparency online and connect with them. Create reaction videos to events or popular industry news, books, articles. If there's a new book that just came out in whatever, the healthcare industry, addiction treatment industry, or whatever your industry is, and you've read it or you have thoughts about that, or just a latest event in your field, put your thoughts out there. Create a video around your thoughts, and then encourage them to leave their feedback as well. And that's a great way to open a dialogue and conversation. And lastly, share cutting-edge information in your industry. So you can be the news source for a particular topic. If you heard about something first, if you have a direct insider link, or you're the first to do this in your field and you want to share that information, create a video around that and put that out there so people know that you are the premier outlet to get this industry news and knowledge. So does anyone have any questions about these different video strategies? These are just 6. There's infinite amount of strategies that you can use. Yeah, Art?
John and I have a YouTube channel for Celebrating Act 2,
Mhm.
which is a joint business venture.
Mm-hmm.
Would
It's
we
great, by the
create?
way. It's great, by the way.
Thank you. And we invite everybody to come subscribe. I'll give you the information later. But
We beg everybody.
but is there a way to set up a separate? As in YouTube, we have a channel. I have my own YouTube account, so does John.
Mm-hmm.
Can we set up a separate account just for those videos? Or if, let's say, right now what we're doing is when we release a video, we're using a bit.ly so that they don't get apoplectic over a YouTube link.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And say, here, come take a look at this. Is there the facility for us to have a shared video log so that we don't have to both upload it, or do we both upload it under our own LinkedIn accounts?
Can you explain a little bit more?
So we
I'm not
both
sure.
have LinkedIn accounts.
Right.
We're connected to mine, you might be connected
So
to
what's the goal, to drive more traffic to the YouTube channel?
more,
Or the knowledge in general?
The knowledge in general.
What I'd suggest is maybe create because your videos are fairly longer, right? Around like 10 minutes or so.
Yeah.
What you could do is create a short intro video around what you're talking about, and say, hey, LinkedIn, our newest episode of what's your program?
Celebrating Act 2.
Celebrating Act 2, I apologize. Our most recent episode of Celebrating Act 2 is about this topic. If it's interesting to you, check it out here. And that would be a great way to pull over traffic. And if it's short enough, you can put that on Instagram as well. So creating a custom video promoting that topic around your video, I think will drive a lot more traffic.
Okay, so make a video to promote the video.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
does LinkedIn know that this is a custom made? How do they recognize that your video says, hey, LinkedIn, as opposed to being generic?
Well, LinkedIn itself doesn't know, but the person watching it will. So it'll feel more personal for them because they're on the platform of LinkedIn, that it's not just a general video.
I mean, there's also the point that you said that it's native video as opposed to just a link to a YouTube video.
Right, yeah. Yeah. So uploading that content onto LinkedIn.
So I have a suggestion for you, and this goes back, this is old rule of television, actually.
Mm.
But it works on radio too, and that's how old it is.
Mm-hmm.
And the rule is, don't be generic.
Right.
Don't say, gee, all of you, you're on video, right?
Right.
You know you're talking to 50 million people, but really you're talking to one person at a time.
Mm-hmm.
And so the rule is, be specific.
Mm-hmm.
Talk to an individual. Even though you think you're talking to 50 individuals,
Mm-hmm.
talk to one individual. Don't say, hey, LinkedIn. Say, hi, LinkedIn buddy. Or,
That's a great tip.
my LinkedIn friend, it's good to see you.
Yeah.
I hope you will do this and that and the other thing. Be
Absolutely.
very specific. And it goes back to the old days of Arthur Godfrey first on radio, but then on television, where he always used the singular.
Mm-hmm.
He didn't say, you all. He didn't say, everybody. He would just look at the tube, at the camera,
Mm-hmm.
and he'd say, how are you today?
Mm-hmm. That's a great rule of
He
thumb.
might have been
Great.
thinking about 50 million people, but
Right.
we all heard, gee, he's talking to me.
Mhm.
So
Absolutely.
use the singular and be specific, don't be generic.
Mhm.
Talk
Yeah, I
to,
love that.
talk to one person, don't talk to all your audience.
Yeah.
You're really doing the same thing anyway. Anyway, I offer that for you.
No, that's great advice. So now I'm going to show you how to connect with anyone on LinkedIn, and utilizing a separate tool as well to take it to the next steps. So through LinkedIn's search feature, you can get incredibly granular with who you want to find. So if you have your buyer persona, which is a marketing term of your perfect client, who you want to connect with, you can really target that specific individual through LinkedIn. So for this example, we work a lot with addiction treatment facilities. We're a marketer for healthcare. So I might want to connect with the marketing manager of an addiction treatment facility. So that's exactly what I'm going to type in here. So I'm going to start by typing in addiction treatment or whatever industry you want to search for. And then when you do that, there's more features. So an expandable, more detailed search results that you can open this up, and this is the tab here. And then you can really hone in here by typing in their title. So I just put in marketing here, for instance. You can put in location, so Orange County. You can even put in if they're their connection type to you, where they went to school, the company that they're currently working for, industry, if they speak a specific language. There's a whole bunch of different things that you can add in here to highly target an individual. And then when you're happy with everything you've put in, you'd click apply. And then it'll show you all of the people.
When you get to that page, you just go up to the.
Yeah, absolutely. So right in the top left-hand corner of LinkedIn, no matter what page you're on, you'll be able to search in there.
Okay.
And you can just
toss that out.
It'll be a general search, and then over here in the right-hand corner, it'll say advanced search. So you'll click on advanced search to open this box here to give you more advanced selection types. Mm-hmm.
I have to get going. I have a work emergency. Can I
Okay.
find this video online?
Yeah.
somewhere?
Yeah, absolutely. I can send you the PowerPoint if you'd like,
That'd be sweet.
and then we'll have this recorded and online in the next day or two as well.
Oh, excellent. Thank you so much.
You bet. Good to see you, Taylor.
Thank you.
So after you put in your advanced searches here, it'll show you with all the people that fit that criteria. So for instance, I might want to connect with this guy, Kevin. He's the admissions and marketing director at Morningside Recovery. Potentially perfect candidate for what we do. So firstly, I can connect here and so you can connect here, send an in-mail message. That's a message that goes with your connection request through LinkedIn. And you can explain a little bit about what you're doing, and then you can also follow him and start engaging with the content that he posts. That's one way to kind of sneak your way in. But I'm going to show you how to take that to the next level as well with an amazing new app that I found. So this new, it's a Google Chrome extension tool called Clearbit. And these are the instructions. I'm going to go over it. But really what it does is you can search for a website, and then it'll show you all of the emails associated with that website. So it's not 100%, but it's pretty darn close, and it's pretty incredible how they're able to find emails associated with said website. So you can install this this app called Clearbit on Google Chrome. Find their company's website on Google. So going back here, so for instance, I know this individual's working at Morningside Recovery, so I can just go to Google and type in Morningside Recovery and find their website, if they have one. Presumably they do. You'd enter the website into Clearbit and get the target's email address. So I'm going to show you what that looks like as well, but those are the directions. So once you have Clearbit installed, it's going to activate this little tile icon next to the send button. What you're going to do is press that, that button right there. So you'd go over to Gmail first. You'd click Compose New Email, and then you click this little tile. And then you're going to enter the website and domain right in there. So as soon as you click on this, it pops this little search engine up. And you'll just put in the website, so morningsiderecovery.com. And it'll show you people that have emails associated with that domain. So this is incredibly powerful. So if you're targeting marketing professionals, of course, because they're marketing, their email is going to be online, so it's able to index them. So I see that the individual that I found on LinkedIn, Kevin, media director, on here. So I'm going to click on his name, and then it pops up this little individual profile that shows his email address. So now not only can I connect with my perfect potential client through LinkedIn and connect with him, I also have his email address. So I can attack through LinkedIn and I can attack through email. And the more pieces of connection that you have, the more likely you're going to be found by that individual. So maybe he's not using LinkedIn that much, but now that I have his email address, he might answer and look at his email. So I can send him an email. I can just click this little tab up here, email Kevin, and it'll automatically populate it into the to section there. And I can just say, hey Kevin, I found you on LinkedIn. Here's what we do. I'd love to grab a cup of coffee or jump on a quick phone call or whatnot to see if we'd be a good fit. So does anyone have any questions about Clearbit or that whole process of connecting to a client?
That's great.
Good stuff?
Yeah.
It's very powerful.
Is it free or?
It's totally free. It's incredible. Yeah. It's I think they limit you to like 100 searches a month, but so what? And they do have a paid version, but who's gonna do that much? I mean, the free version is just incredible. It's an incredible app. So yeah, before we get into the backlink section, does anyone have any questions about LinkedIn at all?
For the very end,
Mm-hmm.
do you have a cable therapy
Mm-hmm.
LinkedIn account?
Mm-hmm.
Is that separate and distinct from any other, or is that a sub-account of you, or?
We have a specific business account for Therapy Cable, and then an individual profile. So I have a profile, and Franz has a profile, and Dr. G has a profile, and whatnot.
I'll have to look for that. Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So, backlinks. What are they, and how do they work? So this little graphic up here is a good visual example of what backlinks are. So they are links from other websites that link into your website, a specific page. So this is a fairly detailed description of it. So in search engine optimization, or SEO, backlink is a hyperlink that links from a web page back to your own web page or website. It's also called an inbound link. These links are very important in determining the popularity or importance of your website or page. So to break that down even more, it's just a website that links to your website. Now there's two types of backlinks. It's very important to know the difference and what they do. So do follow links and no follow links. So do follow links is what you want. These are links that count as points, pushing SEO link juice, term used, and boosting the page's rank, link to sites, helping them go higher in the SERP. SERP stands for Search Engine Result Page. Yeah. No follow link is a link that does not count as a point in the page's favor and does not boost the page rank. So the difference here is both links, if you click on it, goes to your website. A do follow link is a positive ranking factor for search engines, for Google, for Bing, Yahoo, etc. A no follow link, they're still good in the sense that people can click that and will go to your website, but it doesn't help you increase your results on search engine. And what that looks like, so this is the piece of code. This little tag right here, rel no follow. If it's a no follow link, it'll have this in there. If it's a do follow link, this will not be in there. It'll be everything except that. And how you can tell that, you can spy on other websites and whatnot. And what you could do is just right click on the link and then click on inspect element, and it'll show you the code of that individual page. In Chrome, yeah. There's different ways to do it in other browsers. In Chrome, it's right click inspect element. And then you'll be able to see this line of code right there. Most websites are hard coded with this, so depending on what the website, so social media accounts are commonly no follow links. So if you post your website on Facebook, for instance, there's reasons to do that, but it will not give a positive ranking factor in the search engine result pages for your website. Most like independently created and owned websites are by default do follow links unless you specifically tell them not to. So it's also important to know what page authority and domain authority are in respect to these backlinks. So page authority is an SEO term used to describe the probability that a specific page from your site will be found on a search engine. Page authority is based on a logarithmic scale of 0 to 100 and deals with the relevance of information and links within the sites, the pages to one another. So this is the individual page. So if it's yourwebsite.com/information, that page of information, the backlinks coming into that impacts the page ranking, the page authority of that individual page. The domain authority is all of those page authorities put together. The accumulative of all of those individual pages getting boosted boosts your overall domain authority. Does that make sense to everyone? Pretty much, yeah. Good.
Could you repeat that?
Sure. So the page authority is the individual pages. The domain is everything. So yourwebsite.com is the domain authority is boosted by the individual ranking of all of the pages on your website. So the individual pages are what shows up on Google if you type in how do I know blah 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 blah. The pages that show up, those are the individual pages. The reason that they show up on the search results is because they have a high page authority for that particular term.
Are you getting to the point of how you can make sure that you're do follow?
Yes.
Okay,
Yeah, I'm going to go
I'll
into
wait.
quite a bunch of strategies for that.
thank you.
Absolutely. So that's what we're talking about now. So the downside to link building and backlinking strategies is that it's often very time consuming, but it's incredibly worth it.
Unless I hire somebody like you.
Uh,
It's time consuming for you, but
Yeah, potentially someone like me, a digital marketer that focuses on these individual strategies. If you don't want to do it yourself, if you don't have the time. So first and foremost, create quality content, valuable content to the searcher's intent. If you create just incredible content that people want to read, that it's informational, that they get value from, people are going to naturally, as they find it, link back into your website. It's very important to have quality content. Otherwise, nobody's going to link to it. If it's just crap, nobody wants to link to that and show that as a resource. Another simple and easy way is just to ask colleagues, friends, and family to reciprocate. If you have other work colleagues that have their own websites, and maybe they have resource pages, which I'll talk about resource pages in a moment, ask them to reciprocate backlinks. Say, I'll link to your website if you link to mine. It could be as simple as that, and a lot of times people just overlook this. They don't ask. Another important thing here is to note that it is important that it's in the same field, the same industry. So you don't necessarily, backlinks in general are important, but it's more important to come from a relevant website around the same topic. Be a guest writer on someone else's website, or have someone else do it for you if you don't have the time. So this is a very common strategy for SEO and for backlinks, is to find those really popular websites online that are news sources for whatever industry that you're in. A lot of time they allow people to write for their website. So you can reach out to them and email them and say, hey, I'm established in this field. I have a lot of, I have my own books, I have my own content, I have my website. Would you be interested if I write an article for you on this topic? And then if they say yes, which a lot of the time they do because it just helps them with additional content, you can either write that content yourself or you can outsource it to something like Fiverr.com or Elance, and have them write an article around what the topic is that you tell them to for $5 to $20 or $50 or whatever it is. Take that article that someone else wrote for you, give it to the company that you want to guest post on, and in that post have a link to your website. So it's a fairly simple cross promotion there that you can get just by emailing the website and paying for someone to write it for you if you don't want to write it yourself. Look for resource pages and ask to be listed on there. So a lot of websites have resource pages just on there, other associated links. We have one on our website. It's just relevant links and other websites that our viewers and people coming to our website we feel would also be beneficial to those individuals. So you can list links on there. And yeah, if they have a resource page, you can ask to reciprocate on there. I see you have a resource page in the healthcare space or whatever space. Would you be interested in linking to my website? I'd be happy to do the same for you. Share your content in targeted areas, niche forums, Reddit, subreddits, Facebook groups, email lists, etc. These are highly targeted people, so you're going to get highly targeted traffic coming to that individual page. And then by default, people that are looking for information and resources on this particular topic, naturally some of them are going to have their own websites, and they're going to link to this content because it's, again, valuable and quality for them. Create an infographic on a particular topic and write a unique description around that. So this is another very common strategy for link building and backlinking for your website. So you can create a, is everyone familiar with what an infographic is?
No.
It's kind of a long image that is around a particular topic. It's visual, it's engaging, so something like 7 tips for mental health success.
What they put on Pinterest, those.
Exactly. Yeah. So the reason why websites love infographics is because it works awesome on Pinterest.
Okay.
So so you can. The great thing about this is either you can create it, or if you don't have the resources to do that, again you can freelance that out to Fiverr.com or to Elance or whatnot. Also, a platform that I mentioned in a previous workshop called Canva, which is a free platform. They also have tons of free templates for infographics. So you can go on there and just totally customize and edit the information around whatever you want to talk about.
Again, Canva, C-A-N-V-A?
.com.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. It's an incredible free platform for visual content, for newsletters, for posters, for social media, thumbnails on YouTube, etc. It's an incredible platform. But getting back to this, so if you create an awesome infographic that's useful around a particular topic, you can send that out to people and say, hey, I created this awesome infographic. I'd be happy to write a unique introduction to this infographic if you'd like to post it. And that can be a couple sentences, a short paragraph, and then include a website link to your website. So you only have to create that infographic once and then change up some wording around the description, and then you'll naturally get some people that will link that infographic on their page for the exact reason that he mentioned, because it's great Pinterest material. Try Harrow. Harrow stands for Help a Reporter Out. It's a very underutilized, but in the same sense popular platform. It's I think it's helpareporterout.com, but if you just type in Harrow on Google, Harrow Reporter, you'll be able to find it. Basically, it's a collection of writers that are looking for quotes from industry experts and professionals to write published posts on big articles like Huffington Post or NewYorkTimes.com or whatever. So you create a profile on Harrow. You put in what your industry expertise is, and then you'll get emails around particular articles that news reporters are writing and they'd like a quote on. It's very important to be quick on this because there's a lot of people that use this strategy. But if you are able to do a quick turnaround, you get an email, they want a quote about the opiate epidemic in America. If you're an addiction treatment facility, and you can crank out a 3-sentence quote real quick, email them back. They'll take the best one or the first one in a lot of cases and use that quote in an article on a very popular website talking about this particular topic, and it'll link back to your website. And it's a great strategy to use. And lastly, find ranking pages on a particular term that you want to rank for and create a better version of that, and then find out who links to that site and reach out to them. So there's a couple things here. So basically, whatever you want to be found for, whatever you're creating a piece of content around, search for that term in Google or in search engines in general. Find the pages that are currently ranking on the first page. And if you install a free Google Chrome extension tool called Mozbar, M-O-Z-B-A-R, it'll show you the page authority, the domain authority, and how many backlinks are coming into that ranking page. So you can click on the backlinks into that individual ranking page, and it shows you what websites are currently linking into that web page. Everyone with me so far? Kind of a little complex there, but so what you can do is then if there, sometimes there's hundreds of websites that are linking into this individual page that's currently showing up on Google. You can reach out to all of those pages through Mozbar because it shows you and say, hey, I noticed you linked to this website around this particular topic. I also created a really valuable piece of content, a really great article on this topic. Would you be interested, or do you think your audience would be interested in linking to my content as well? And it's a great way to get more backlinks. And that is my workshop for today.
So
Yes.
the Mozbar,
Mm-hmm.
will that show backlinks that have follow?
Yes. Yeah. So
Or
it.
no follow?
It shows both, actually. It's a very powerful tool. It's free to use. Most of the features you can see and access on there. And then what it does, it'll show you like the top 10 results. And then if you want to see everything, they have a paid version. But you can do a lot with the free version on there. I think the paid version is pretty cheap, like less than $50 a month. But if you're heavy into SEO, it's incredibly worth it. But it'll show you the do follow links, the specific pages that it's indexed on, and the no follow links as well, and the domain and page authority of those specific pages that are ranking to it, if that makes sense. So it shows you all of that detailed information. Does anyone have any other questions?
I'm just trying to picture in my head what a backlink would look like on my site.
Mhm.
So it would be like on my resource page?
Any page that links to another page is a backlink. So if you're creating a page like in the text editor, do you know how to create a link? Here's that little icon. I forget what it looks like offhand, but you put in the website URL and what you want it to say and go to. That's a backlink.
That's in my website editor thing.
Yeah, in the back end, whenever you're editing a page, any piece of text, you can create a link to said website.
Oh, gotcha.
And that's what, any link from one website to another website
Cool.
is a backlink.
So if I'm talking about trauma treatment and EMDR, then I could link to some information page on EMDR.
Yeah, anywhere you got like a resource that you
Gotcha.
found that information, so the resource is down, writing any educational paper or whatnot, there's resources that you would link in. Yeah. So, you want those for your website.